So my name is Patrick Phillips, and my friend Matt has asked me to read and talk about a poem that I wish I'd known in high school. Um, Given that that was about 5 million years ago, it's a little bit hard to remember. But even just the assignment has had me worrying so much about lying and getting it wrong and seeming like a totally lame old guy that I've made about 10 recordings of this. So I thought I'd try without the script and see if I can articulate why I love the Wanda Coleman poem I'm going to read. It's called Wanda in Worryland. And I think it came to mind when asked what a poem I wish I'd known in high school, because one of my prevailing emotions as a high school student was being angry. I was kind of mad a lot, and I'm not sure I always knew what I was angry about. But in hindsight, I guess I think I was often disappointed in a lot of the adults around me. And the older I got, the more I started to recognize their own hypocrisy and their own flaws and their own, I guess, ways of kind of holding out on us about what the world was really like. Um, and I remember vividly the feeling of giving up on a kind of old model in which you trusted adults and believed them that everything in the world made sense and that the world was just and things always worked out. And of course, that's not actually the complicated world we live in. But high school for me was a time of a lot of grown-ups and teachers and sometimes my parents um, persisting in some of that old mythology. And one of my reactions to it was to be really angry in ways that I didn't fully understand. And I love this Wanda Coleman poem because in it, I think Coleman really owns up to and admits to feeling baffled and confused and bewildered rather than certain about what it all means. I also love this poem because and I wish I'd known it in high school, because when I was in high school, there's no chance this would have ever been on any syllabus for any of my courses. And that's not because I wasn't already super into poetry when I was 16, 17, and not because Wanda Coleman wasn't writing amazing poems at those same moments in the late 80s. The reason I would have never known this poem is because I was a white kid growing up in a predominantly white town in an almost entirely white high school in the mountains of North Georgia, north of Atlanta. And Wanda Coleman was a Black woman living in the Watts neighborhood of Los Angeles. And at least according to most of the grown-ups I knew, we were worlds apart. But of course, in reading the poem, what I found that amazes me is that there's almost nobody in the world who sounds more like me than Wanda Coleman in this poem. I recognize a kind of profound similarity between us in this moment, and I love that. And I think if someone had shown me this poem in 1987 or 1988, I might have felt a little bit less like a freak and a little bit less alone with my kind of complicated blend of emotions and my anger. So here's Wanda in Worryland by Wanda Coleman. I get scared sometimes and have to go look in the closet to see if his clothes are still there. I have been known to imagine a situation and then get involved in it, upset, angry, and cry hot tears. I have gone after people with guns. Once I tried to hang myself and got terribly ashamed afterwards because I was really faking it. I have gone after people with rocks. I have cursed out old white lady cart pushers in supermarkets who block the aisles in slow motion. I have gone after people with my fists. I have walked out on Pavlovian trainers who mistook me for a dog. I go to sleep and have dreams about falling and can't stand the suspense, so I sweat it out and land on my feet. I have gone after people with poems. I get scared sometimes and have to go look in the mirror to see if I'm still there.